I wanted to address the day and age we're living in. I'm pretty sure no one expected us to experience a pandemic, high rates of unemployment still increasing dramatically, a death toll of 1 million still rising in only 6 to 8 months. Along with police brutality, families and spouses at odds with each other, yet we wrestle not against flesh and blood. But acts of racism still spiking off the charts, screaming and posting everywhere, "Make America Great Again," when I can't recall a time it ever was. It made me wonder, why do so many people fail to realize these events weren't something just out of the blue? They were pre-existing, swept under the rug, but now the carpet is way too small to fit all the mess we try to hide up under it. But now we know. These things were already happening. God's love and mercy promotes free will, trying to get us to pay attention. And his kind yet piercing words told us, "Think it not strange when trials come your way, and nothing is new under the sun." And we still have yet to listen. So we ponder and complain, saying, "God, why me? Why was my good not good enough?" Believing and thinking, surely your call for me to be holy meant sitting in the pews or performing. Believing that if I do just enough, my good would be enough. Praying justice to reign and say my good was good enough, but we are called to be holy. We're so caught up in lies, pure deception, missing our vacation, visiting families and friends, using that to fill a gap and react as if it could ever fill a void that was purposed to only fit you. So we walk out our lack, an inability to quench this thirst. God, why does it hurt? Lullabying ourselves to sleep with ask and keep on asking and you will be given. Seek and keep seeking and you will find. Knock and keep on knocking and the door will be open to you. Matthew 7 verse 7. As if just by saying it meant our entire relationship with him wasn't a lie. Now back to the day at hand. No, I'm not the executor, nor am I the one who holds the right to will judgment, for my own time is coming. But right now, I'm just a messenger. The truth is now. Many are forced to self-quarantine, split up and separate, where their minds become idle, the devil's playground, where no one's really listening, and God's still whispering as he stands at the door of our hearts and knocks. Too late when we realize our relationship with him was conditional. It was dependent on who we knew. Lights, camera, action. Grandparents can't see their grandchildren. Family can no longer feed their delusions and with distractions. No more amusement parks, movies, or playgrounds, and many are stripped from human interaction. Thus, no more than ever, people are realizing how important friendship was and intimacy with Christ is. Now we have no choice but to look at the mirror at me and see who me really is. How many of us walk around with our hearts and don't even know the content? Wow. Now the room's silent. Crickets are chirping. Church is full but empty in conversion. God said, why do you look at the speck in someone else's eye and not realize the log in our own? Matthew 7:3. As bittersweet as this may be, I'm grateful. I'll say it again, I'm grateful. Not because of the brutality, horrific events, and high death tolls, but rather the new that will come from it all. I hope that we as a people, as individuals, can grow and become fully functioning body of Christ. I pray we learn, because often we can't fully appreciate something until it's gone. And I'm looking to heaven, noticing how we've become such a stubborn, lifeless people, that in order for God to get our attention, such measures have to be taken. He allows things to get worse before they get better. So all this to say, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how much stronger we become through the pressure. Just to know through pressure, a lump of coal becomes a diamond. So what kind of diamonds do you think will emerge? I hope it becomes too much to count. Just like the stars God showed Abraham in the sky, and much more than the hairs that God counted on our heads. So I leave you with this. But he has said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. My loving kindness and my mercy are more than enough, always available regardless of the situation. For my power is being perfected and is completed and shows itself more effectively in your weakness. Therefore, I will all the more gladly boast in my weakness, so that the power of Christ may be completed and unfold in me, and may he dwell in me. 2 Corinthians 12:9. So stay focused, determined, and vigilant. God's gonna come. But how many of us will actually be ready?